I get it that ABVP wanted to protest. Who gives the right to vandalize?
See, hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are, loud and clear.
Yeah, thank you. The Azim Premji University from 3 years has been a hotspot for anti-national activities. Yesterday, the event which was conducted was not something which was, with under the freedom of speech or expression. It was directly calling the Indian army who have done massive good operations like Operation Sindoor or any other operation for that matter in the year 1991 have raped Kashmiri women, and there is no historical evidence for it. If there is any sort of discussion to be done, there must be a historical fact or evidence. This is just an baseless accusation by the left-wing groups to defend the Indian, to defame the Indian army and to put a
Shashank Bopanna,
yeah.
Shashank Bopanna, what is anti-national activity according to you?
Anti-national activity, when something is, you put against the Indian army, or see, in this case, there was no such, activity that has happened. The Indian army, the allegation that they have put against the Indian army is completely baseless and fake.
Did you file a
There was
police
no
complaint?
huh?
Did you file an
We have
FIR?
already informed. No, we have
Did you file an FIR?
no, we have already informed the university
Did
regarding
you
such
file an
events.
FIR?
No, we have already informed the universities against such events.
Shashank
We have
Bopanna,
already
did you file an FIR?
No, we have not filed an FIR.
Okay, so you have not filed an FIR.
Protesting is a right.
So you have not
See,
filed
one
FIR.
second, ma'am. Let me speak. Let me speak.
Sure.
If speaking against Indian army and if calling Indian army as rapist is freedom of speech, me coming and protesting in front of Azim Premji University is also coming under the freedom of speech.
You have all the right to have freedom of speech. I bat for your freedom of speech. I completely bat for your freedom of speech, Shashank Bopanna. But my question is simple. You did not file a police complaint. You did not go to the police. But now I allowed you to speak. You are not allowing me to speak. How does this work? How does this work, Shashank Bopanna? I allowed you to speak. You are not allowing me to speak. How does this work, Shashank Bopanna?
Yeah, sure.
So, you did not go to the police. But you went and vandalized. ABVP went and vandalized the university. That is not anti-national?
No, that is not anti-national. How come that is anti-national?
It's not anti-national? Defacing public property, educational institutions is not anti-national?
Calling Indian army as rapists is not
I am
anti-national.
not saying they are national or anti-national. My question to you, sir, is vandalizing educational institutions. Vandalizing educational institutions, is it national or anti-national? Vandalism is in the favor of the country or destruction of the properties that belong to the country. What is it?
It is not anti-national. What is that? Is vandalism anti-national activity?
Vandalism. I'm not saying protesting. I'm not saying protesting. Defacing, vandalizing properties where students go and study, is that constructive national activity according to ABVP?
See, we are not talking about constructive national activity. Our topic was regarding anti-nationalism.
But
anti-nationalism.
I am. You have not answered even one my question, and I say that I take that the fact that you don't have an answer for that because you're on the wrong footing for that. But here's my question. Let me get in because you are saying it is not anti-national. Sandeep Aniruddhan. Two things here. One, objection to a discussion, a study circle that was happening. All the right to protest. They must protest. They should protest. Vandalism, defacing an educational institution, is that constructive protest? Is that constructive for the nation? Sandeep Aniruddhan, you are not a politician. You are a civic voice. As a Bangalorean, how do you look at that?
See, violence in any form should be condemned. A protest can be done peacefully. The ABVP could have organized large numbers of people, stood outside the Azim Premji campus peacefully, held big banners to draw attention to what's going on. That's perfectly acceptable. I think getting in, beating up people, vandalizing property is completely wrong. I think this young man should learn these things. It is good that they want to be interested in public space, but they should also conform to the norms of constitution, law, society, etc. The the larger question also is that the Azim Premji University has largely been non-controversial. It's a fairly decent place where all kinds of a university should ideally allow people to explore with an open mind. But also remember that no sort of politics is allowed in any university in Bangalore. For the last 30 years, no elections are also allowed. I think the intent of that action is that there should be no politics on campus, because politics, despite whatever we expect, and you should remember that students are at a very tender age, very impressionable. They generally don't understand what's going on in the world, and they try to take positions, they try to get emotional about things, which is why politics is kept off campus. Now, organizations that are holding this discussion, I was just going casually on social media on there. They basically left extreme left ideologues and stuff like that. Now, I think even Azim Premji should not allow activities by such extreme outfits, be they extreme right or be they extreme left, or to solve all the problems at once, don't allow any politically affiliated organizations to operate on the university campus, because what they bring is extremely perverted points of view. Because you see, they will focus on an agenda which comes basically they'll be basically it'll be pushed from outside forces. So they will have mentors who are actually asking them to focus on these issues because it serves their cause.
Okay.
So basically, what the students group do is they'll have very little understanding of these issues, but then they would have been manipulated to actually organize these things, which cause trouble, and eventually who suffers?
Okay.
The university
Shashank
that suffers,
Bopanna?
majority. Yeah.
Shashank Bopanna, I know you want to come in, but allow me, I have other panelists as well here. Let me go to them. Very quickly respond at this point, Satya Prakash. What do you have to say to the allegations that are emerging at this point? University claiming nothing like this really happened. University claiming there was no such event that was scheduled. ABVP claiming it was very much part of the schedule. This topic was definitely being discussed. Is this about the topic? Is this beyond?
See, actually, the kid from ABVP, I can only laugh at his ignorance of law. But forget about him. Even the BJP state president doesn't understand what law is. Freedom of speech is there. Who is stopping your freedom? But under reasonable restriction. You cannot vandalize the property. You cannot use sickles there. You cannot use pixels there to deface the Azim Premji's university. Who is Azim Premji? Azim Premji is a leading industrialist of this nation who has contributed vitally to the society. Crores, thousands of crores of rupees he has contributed for the society in Karnataka, especially in the field of education. Now let us understand what is national activity and what is anti-national activity. If this Gundaism done by ABVP in the campus of Azim Premji is national activity, shame on such national activity. Let me come back to what anti-national activity is.
Shashank Bopanna, we'll come to you, Shashank Bopanna. We will come to you. This is a debate. You will get your chance to speak. We will come to you. I started with you. I gave you a long time to speak. Allow right now Satya Prakash to continue, please.
See, if speaking regarding Kashmir is anti-national, is Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir not part of India? What is India? India is union of states. Without Jammu Kashmir, there is no India. Without Karnataka, there is no India. India is union of states, not federation of states. Talking about women, if women are being raped and we talk about that and it is called national, anti-national, shame on such.
No, that's also something that is extremely controversial. We're not getting into that. We're not getting into that incident at this point because that has several contours, including legal contours. So that's not really what we're getting into.
No, I will tell you. See, even if you are a soldier, you are not above law. Even if you are an army, you are not above the law. An army man cannot rape a woman of this country.
Sudha Halkai comes in at this point, Satya Prakash. She has Dr. Sudha Halkai, you've been hearing this debate, Sudha Halkai. In fact, we started with Shashank Bopanna, who's a ABVP leader. Sudha Halkai, the question really here is everybody has the right to protest. As much as many would say everybody has the right to discuss. Now the question is vandalism okay? Is vandalism part of protests?
Very good evening. before I comment something on what question you have asked, I would like to say that we have lost 60,000 soldiers after the independence when Article 370 was implemented. From then till now, 60,000 soldiers of ours we have lost. They have given their life. It is a sensitive issue when these people want to go up with an event where they are blaming the soldiers against for the things which has happened, rape which has happened on women. It is it is anti-national, and this even boils my blood. No, just a minute. This boils even my blood. Okay, we cannot hear anything against our soldiers because of whom me, you and you, everybody are sitting so very cool in the AC chambers and we are discussing about this. Anti-national thing is that thing where...
Dr. Sudha, allow me to come in. Let me just make this very clear.
Just a minute, you need to give me time.
You will. I am coming back to you only, but because you made a statement, let me just... Dr. Sudha, I will come back to you. I'm coming back to you only, Dr. Sudha.
They go topless in the AA Summit, International AA Summit.
Dr. Sudha, continue your point. We will come back to you, but allow me to make a point since you made it. Nobody is against the Indian Army, not us who are discussing this topic. Our topic of discussion is very different and it's not about the Indian Army. I want to make this very clear. The person you're talking to, that is me, the anchor is a daughter of an Indian Army officer. So there is no question of raising fingers or questioning an army officer here. Dr. Sudha Halkai, my question to you was, you can protest all you want to do about this. Nobody takes away the right to protest. Vandalism, is it okay?
I'm saying vandalism is not okay. For that matter, take it anybody. Vandalism, when Shivaji Maharaj's procession was going on in Bagalkot recently, vandalism took place. Ganesh ideal going on, they throw petrol bombs, okay? And the Home Minister of Karnataka, number of times, he says that, it is all of a sudden that event has taken place. Does petrol bomb come all of a sudden? Where does the lathi come from? For them, everything is all of a sudden. They are so biased in taking the action on these people. For all the anti-national, for all the jihadi elements, they give so much of shelter over them. They don't arrest them. They give fortnight, 1 month time. They wait till the bail is given. Raju Gowda, he was waited till the bail was rejected by the High Court. Then these people went and captured him. For that it is okay.
Satya Prakash, so Sudha Halkai here essentially saying one thing, Satya Prakash, that it's two different standards for two different sides. So while the Congress jumps to bat for the freedom of speech and anybody who would oppose that, the other side is a very skewed reaction to the other part or the other part of the dissent.
I want to thank Dr. Sudha Halkai, my friend, for comparing their student wing organization NSUI, which has similar Gunda activity like those hooligans who have thrown the stones. Both are hooligans. We don't support anyone. NSUI also as an organization is a hooligan organization, as Sudha Halkai says. And even those who have pelted stones also are hooligans. We don't differentiate between hooligans. We don't differentiate between right wing hooligans and left wing hooligans or central wing hooligans. For us, all hooligans are same. And for me, these NSUI hooligans also are similar to those hooligans who have thrown the stones, is all I'm saying. You have right to protest. You protest. We are not saying
Shashank Bopanna, come in. You've heard what Satya Prakash said. Satya Prakash is claiming that what the protesters have done at Azim Premji University is nothing short of hooliganism.
How should these NSUI hooligans be beaten?
All right, Satya Prakash, we are short of time. Let me just quickly get in Shashank Bopanna's response.
So, I would just like to limit this debate to the event that has happened in Azim Premji University and would not like to comment on the state politics. So I would like to share the poster of the students which was scheduled yesterday, the program which was scheduled yesterday. Condemn the violence of Indian state on Kashmir. What do you mean by condemn the violence of Indian state on Kashmir? Are Indian state and Kashmir both different entities? 1 second. And in the same event, when the protests were happening, the security guards manhandled the ABVP Karyakartas. The people inside the students inside the college were armed mobs and even gave that death threat to the ABVP Karyakartas.
Shashank Bopanna, if you are so angry and if ABVP was so angry and you completely oppose, Satya Prakash, if you completely oppose the moot point of discussion there, what stopped you from getting the entire ABVP together and doing a dharna outside the college? What stopped
already
you?
from the- see,
No, what stopped
what
you
we
from
reaching it-
mobilizing the entire ABVP and holding a protest outside? Who gives the
See,
right to anybody who's not part of a university to go inside a university? Who gives a right for anybody who's not part of a university to go and do vandalism? This is not about ABVP or Congress. This is not about that. This is about the right to protest. This is the right to dissent. And this is the right to discuss.
the
If
sad
they have
state
the
of
right
affairs
to
is calling Indian
dissent
Army
or
as
discuss,
rapist was never
you
a
have
point
the
of
right to
discussion the
protest,
whole
but
time.
both of them need
So
to go
calling Indian Army as
constitutionally.
rapist is
Both
fine.
of them
Fine.
need to
It's
go
fine in
constitutionally. You could have
any
taken
educational
legal
institutions.
recourse by going to a police and
We have
filing an
already
FIR
informed the
against them.
university,
We're
madam,
completely
that's what
out
I'm
of time.
saying.
Sandeep with Anirudhan, I'm going to end my debate with you. 30 seconds. As somebody who's watching this, as something that's increasingly happening across colleges, universities, how do you respond to this?
See, I especially wish to talk to this young person on the panel. Our constitution is a very important thing. We have to safeguard it. The constitution clearly says what is acceptable, what is not. I think we should all fight for constitutionalism and we should live it. We should not violate the laws, whatever it is. You have a right to protest, protest loudly, protest very visibly, but don't attack anyone physically, don't attack property
It was the
physically.
university
Because
staff who
no, it
assaulted
doesn't
at
matter.
first.
You don't have
It
any
was the
excuse to do the
university
things that
security
are
who
not
assaulted us.
acceptable.
It was the university student who gave us death threats.
You should have
No,
gone
then you
and
could
filed
have-
a police complaint.
You could have filed
You
a
should have
complaint
gone and
with the
filed a
police.
police complaint.
There are-
We would have
there are
debated
laws
that and
and ways
backed
to
you
deal
on
with
it.
it.
We would have
Of course,
debated
there are
that.
laws
How
and ways
dare
to deal with
anybody
it.
That was
give
the whole point.
anybody from
The-
ABVP a death
In the
threat?
initial
How dare?
protest itself, the security guards manhandled the
All right,
ABVP
we're totally out of
karyakartas
time.
inside the
We're totally
campus.
out of time. We're totally out of time. But Satya Prakash?
Give me 30 seconds.
Okay, less
My
than 10
friend needs
seconds.
to understand that nation is different from state. If I talk against Narendra Modi, I talk against the state, doesn't mean I am talking against India.
All right.
India
Okay.
is much
Okay.
bigger
Okay.
than the
Okay.
state.
Let me come in.
India
Let me
is
come in.
much
Let me
bigger
come in.
than
Let me
the
come
state.
in. Gentlemen,
India
let
is
me
not-
come in.
India
And
is
if
not
Miss
the
Sudha is there,
Pakistan. India is bigger
let me
than
come in at
all
this
this.
point.
Please
Very
understand.
important to put this point forward. We stand for the right to dissent, the right to protest, the right to discuss. For that to happen constitutionally is what is mandated, and that is where everything lies.